the world. Brethren, I'm going to say to you, study the Bible. God sent Nebuchadnezzar, his servant, down to Judah to capture the children of Israel and take them into exile because they were worshiping Astaroth and Baal. They have a God in their church. And God become upset. So God sent Nebuchadnezzar to do that. Now when Nebuchadnezzar goes there and punish God's people to worship in idol, that's right, no? Yes. He go build golden image. And he put up here to the first 5 more kill them. This is what it says. In 1798, it was the Republican government by Berthier that got down and captured Pope. Yeah. And ceased the persecution. Yeah. And him same one, the Bible said, God give allegiance and power back to the beast. Fifth class persecution. You can see the Bible fulfilled. And you notice what happened? To worship the beast. It's headed straight towards us.
Was Jason is asking, was Jeremiah in the time of Nebuchadnezzar?
Before.
So I told him it was Daniel who was
Jeremiah, Isaiah, and those men were before. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a very serious time. And I'm not trying to tell you, I must believe. When I see Chum win and win so handsomely, I tell myself, it's time for me to knock up my back. Because this man is not an ordinary man. The only man that come near him was George Bush or Reagan. Reagan. And the Reagan?
George Bush was a man of war. You're right.
Reagan under the New World Order was formed, and I remember which one. I think Reagan. When Pat Robinson and all of them come together.
Reagan changed many of the constitutions that we want to come in.
I think I'm the George Bush, one of them.
Reagan changed the constitution to make one come in.
But none of them was moving as fast and rapid like Trump.
So when you say Trump is...
Trump sounds like a dragon to me.
The dreadful and terrible beast.
Yeah?
The dreadful and terrible beast.
Okay. In other words, it's showing us, brethren, it is showing us that one thing America lacks can clamp the whole world. If the free Medicaid that he lack, the whole world about, when he lack you with food, God now his mercy. God now will suffer. He is showing us, and it didn't lack it fully. And apparently when the 90 days is up, he's going to re-lack it again. It is naturally telling us that every country must learn to stand up on their own battle.
I got him myself.
Yeah.
That is huge. Go back to your country.
Brethren, honestly and truly, I have to be turning my pillow over. You know why? I don't know what next. So I'm trying to be peaceful as much as possible. And to keep myself.
Stay ready.
And stay ready. For anything, anytime. Protestant, Republican, Catholicism, Protestant, and Republican. When I see the word Republican, I say, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, to get more highlight on what is expected. Rusty can read this when we are done. One of them.
Look at the sleep, Sister Rusty. Look at the sleep.
Listen how terrible Protestantism is. As we sit and listen. I see some of you that get Jonesy.
Yes. I'm going to get Jones to go wash your face and come back.
That's how we get along our way if we get the message.
I am coming from the Triumph of God, American Prophecy, page 382. Now it says, and he had 2 horns like a lamb. The lamb-like horns indicate youth, innocence, gentleness, fitly representing the character of the United States when presented to the prophets as coming up in 1798. Among the Christian exiles who first fled to America and sought an asylum from royal oppression and priestly intolerance were many who determined to establish a government upon the broad foundation of civil and religious liberty. Their views found place in the Declaration of Independence, which sets forth the great truth that all men were created equal and endued with the inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the Constitution guarantees to the people the right of self-government, providing that representatives elected by the popular vote shall enact and administer the laws. Freedom of religious faith was also granted. Every man was being permitted to worship God according to the dictates of his conscience.
Amen.
Republicanism and Protestantism became the fundamental principles of the nation. These principles are the secret.
Okay, before you go any further, what you have just read is the opening or the beginning of republicanism. They were not against the church.
Beautiful.
They were with the church.
Beautiful.
If you notice what it says, religious right and liberty was given to the people. So the same hand, when you take and give you the freedom,
They take it back.
and the same hand will take and pull it back. The same hand that he uses to give you the freedom of worship and religious liberty, he is going to use the same hand and pull it back. So what this part, the first one I read, is what is to come. Now what she's reading now, to get a better understanding, is what have been past. So you're going to have future and past. along with President. Let's look a little more.
So so when Trump noticed that he's going to bring back, because it must like they did the worship, he's going to bring back worship in America.
When he says that,
He's going to bring back that.
when he says, remember, America is known to be a religious country. When he says, bring back that, is the power of the first beast we want to bring back. But he don't know what I do. Okay, you need to understand, a lot of things that he's going to say are in the Christian hemisphere. He don't know what I do,
He has been led by the devil.
He had been led. All right, let me see if I can understand. When Darius was about to throw Daniel in the lion's den, and now he make the lion. And the Chaldean they make it.
Yes. Okay, to him.
I'm making sanction.
And then now, him don't know what happened.
Yeah, man, he's sealing. He's sealed.
He come in like the lower house in the parliament.
Right.
And they make a lamb, he come and go and receive. And for him, see him become dark.
Yeah.
So at the Chaldeans, the leaders, they make the law because they don't like Daniel. And carry go get Darius and inside see the Darius never normal. I see it in Hazazurus. Mordecai make a law and make it get so Hazazurus don't know what inside the law. Haman.
Yes.
Haman. A Haman make a law. A Haman build the gallows. He kill all the Jews. Hazazurus don't know what he do. So when him do, him sign in a law.
So you say, you say, Donald Trump.
Nothing will happen under the religious aspect. He not know. And the new world order, the people are doing
I am vice president, sir.
Beautiful.
it. Yeah?
The vice president.
He
of the
advised
Senate.
us. Yes.
And them are doing it. And then now, because him and the president, he put it in action.
You know the sign it into law.
And the problem there, nothing will happen. And I him do it. I don't have a clue as to some way they do it. Because with the depth of Christianity, him don't know it.
That religious man to do that.
For him religious can't stand. Because he work at church, as a matter of fact, when he was a child, he would go Baptist. Until now, if the church might visit non-denominational.
Okay.
So that means to say when he get up on Sunday, the church you want to go and go.
Can't go, yes.
Because he say, God gave the church. I feel policy that.
Yeah, that's a film concept, yes.
And then non-denominational.
All right, it says that.
Excuse me, and the new world order the problem. The people they move on there. All them big man we are seeing back up in the cabinet there. And them are problems. Okay, continue.
Be a white man.
White and black.
It says these principles are the secret of its power and prosperity. The oppressed and downtrodden throughout Christendom have turned to this land with interest and hope. Millions have sought its shores, and the United States has risen to a place among the most powerful nations of the earth. But the beast with lamb-like horns spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
That is Bible.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live. The lamb-like horns and dragon voice of the symbol point is a striking contradiction between the professions and the practice of the nation thus represented. The speaking of the nation is the action of its legislative and judicial authorities. By such action, it will give the lie to those liberal and peaceful principles which it has put forward as the foundation of its policy. The prediction that it will speak as a dragon and exercise all the power of the first beast plainly foretells a development of the spirit of intolerance and persecution that was manifested by the nations represented by the dragon and the leopard-like beast. And the statement that the beast with two horns caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast indicates that the authority of this nation is to be exercised in enforcing some observance which shall be an act of homage to the papacy. Such action would be directly contrary to the principles of this government, to the genius of its free institutions, to the direct and solemn avowals of the Declaration of Independence, and to the Constitution. The founders of the nation wisely sought to guard against the employment of secular power on the part of the church, with its inevitable result, intolerance and persecution. The Constitution provides that the Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, and that no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office of public trust under the United States. Only in flagrant violation of these safeguards that the nation's liberty can any religious observance be enforced by civil authority. But the inconsistency of such action is no greater than is represented in the symbol. It is the beast with lamb-like horns, in profession, pure, gentle, and harmless, that speaks as a dragon.
All right. Thank you. If you notice what it says, pure, gentle,
And harmless.
and harmless.
Yeah, that's the lamb-like beast.
That's the lamb-like beast. When it came up, you couldn't see anything danger. But behind the scene are some horrible things. Even now, people thought America was nice. Everybody want to run with it. But now, everybody
Push them out.
push them out.
Yeah, man.
I heard the government I heard the Prime Minister say, don't make them deport you. Because if they deport you, you'll lose everything. Pack up yourself and come home.
What a talking, I tell you.
Of course, we
No, once they deport you,
Yeah, man, they come with any money if they come out.
all where you work and have over there, all the house and your land and your money, everything, dead.
Government have to get that.
So the government take that.
So the case is not-
So best you do, pack up yourself and come home.
Yes.
And the man them are rip hard. Because all them were married over America. They come back and look what cause they married.
And them a go from
Suppose somebody live with the person.
Somebody do
I
what?
don't know how they're going to record that, but the business marriage, one part of them get ripped up.
What the
10, 15 years. Because what happened?
when in jail, man?
You know, when you commit a sin, lie, sin, one day your sin will find you
Don't
out.
find you out, yes.
So they are there, get them green card,
Yes.
and tell us that they get the green card and not travel. But on a passport, it's not very people. You know, something nobody doing this.
No, that's something like that, man. I listen to this man, so don't come alive.
How come alive? Because what happened? The team that is going on, they call it ice. Every ice means work cold. But that's like ice a hot.
And them a go from door to door.
I found door to door them a search. It's a ice and a cold, it's hot.
So you're going to find you Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I read an article in yesterday, Valentine's Day in America, and said the streets empty because of ice.
Then what?
The street Valentine's Day yesterday in America.
Street empty. Street empty.
Because of
Up
ice.
there.
Yes, because of ice. Nobody now come out.
Valentine's Day.
A Valentine empty. Because nobody know what to catch. I tell you, the place is now moving like a dragon.
Yeah, man.
It's a fight. 10 million in say in Panelist we don't get more than that. Because a lot of the marriages, a lot of the green card people are getting it now.
You're wrong, man. You're wrong.
So he's advising the people, listen what I'm saying. If your note is not too good, pack up and come home, you come home with the things. But if they deport you, you lost everything.
Everything.
And every deportee plane that land here, by the time they land, Jamaican soldier and police this morning.
Yeah, because we have some of them right now in my jail.
Because you know why they Swami? Because some of them that they are taking on are people who they might look for.
They're running from offenses here.
Watch out.
They abscond charges here and they go away. So I have some of them when I'm in jail, you know, one of them go a gun court Friday. Running from offenses. So we're getting them back. So they're not jail, you know.
You get them back to Sarah.
Yes, man, we get back some of them.
So if you can't focus on these things, you know, I know God, I know the way, you know.
Yeah, man.
And there's another thing. You see some of those people that run away because of gun and explosives. When they go for that, gun them up and send back out there.
Yeah. That is what they do.
Protect them crowding.
Yeah. So what happened? America is changing the world. Right now, they are changing the world. I can understand. Send them back to the yard, then feed them, people persecute them, and I persecute them.
Yeah, me understand.
You understand? A human being there.
Yeah. Send them back to the yard. You know, I think, great chief. Just finish this at the back. You know why? We are going to go in the songs and have about 3 or 4 more pearls. We're going to close. We're going to send you home much earlier today because someone will not kiss from And I don't want to no go home, no faith on the road.
I know we tap you, sir.
Eh?
Are you a tap me?
I'll be a happy.
No, me say, I know we tell you, say,
Yes.
no figure land.
Yeah.
I you the tap you and send you home.
I don't want to go home. It's too
We are
okay.
well out, man. Go and preach.
I'm not sure I hold you still about.
Okay.
As this Spirit of God speak to you.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, because I can't speak to me.
So I'm going to read the last paragraph here. It said, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast.
The image is worshiping. Remember, when you talk about image, you're talking about worship.
Shut up, me, shut up, Bendigo.
Shabbat, Meshach, and Abednego, the image was made, worship. Hasadurus was about to dead. Mordecai was about to dead because of worship. Daniel was thrown in the lion because of worship. So at every time when you hear something strike, it's worship. When the people were taken as captive and go into the different rhythms, it was under the act of worship. They failed to worship God, so they come to them.
Image of the beast, sir.
So this is what is going to happen. That worship is the main target. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up to the real crunch. As she finished now.
It says, here is clearly presented a form of government in which the legislative power rests with the people. A most striking evidence that the United States is the nation denoted in the prophecy. But what is the image of the beast? How is it to be formed? The image is made by two horned beasts and is an image to the beast. It is also called an image of the beast. Then to learn what the image is like and how it is to be formed, we must study the characteristics of the beast itself, the papacy.
In other words, going back as she closed, going back to the crucifixion of Jesus. The Jews could not crucify him because they did not have that power. That was for the Romans only. If the law of the Jews finds somebody that is not living up to standard, they can kill them by stoning. And they can put them to cross. That power is only for Roman. So here it is that the Jews wanted that to come to Christ. So he couldn't do that. He have a church, have a joint hand with Rome in order to get rid of Christ. And this is exactly what is going to happen. For the deadly persecution to come upon the church of itself cannot do the execution. It has to turn us over into the hands of the government. So Rome will have, that's why it's a church and state have to join. The church, what the church does, the church disacknowledge. The church sell you out. The church give you away. And the state did the killing. Paul, the Jews forsake him, turn him over into the hands of Rome and Rome did the killing. That's why church and state have to join.
So the Jews forsake Jesus
Yes.
and turned over into Rome.
Yes.
And Rome did the killing.
Okay.
Sell him out.
Yes. So what is going to happen now? Fear church. This is Adventist church. I got kick off against you. Why do I kick off against you? It's because
We stand with principle of
we
God.
stand for principle. And the persecution is going to come down. And that's why Ellen White said you had more to fear within the church than outside. In other words,
You get that part there, no?
I got a part there. I'm watching Black History Month. Some of the
Highlights, yes.
highlight.
The movie them, yeah.
The movie there. The white man come here.
Yeah, man. That me no like
It's
behavior.
not the white man them do
No,
the
sir.
hunting.
And you own black
And you
people,
own black
they
man,
have
they
to get
hunt
you,
them.
yes.
Them
I'm
not
gonna tell you.
them not going in the bush. You go hunt it down.
Yes.
And pay some black man.
Yes.
And send you out, send them out.
And these black man them whip you their own time.
And then them do the whipping.
Yes.
And then right now we should do it for the
So you have some black men who they are very high among them.
Yeah, man.
And even in the Congress right now, we somehow there's some black man in there.
just like our workplace.
Or kill it with bad.
Black people leadership week. Stress out to the people.
Thank you very much. Nice having you here. Morning until now. We look forward for tomorrow night. A large portion of our people is not here with us that were here this morning. I just want to say, for a very good long time, it's the first we have so many people in church.
Amen.
Good today.
Amen.
Church full today. And we have a lot of visitors today. And they are pondering. And we hope to see them. And we hope by God's grace to see even one give their heart to Jesus Christ. Amen. What do you say about that?
Amen.
So at this stage, let us stand while we sing. Day is dying in the west. Heaven is touching earth with